running hot. It's hot.
What's up, YouTube? Your boy, Big Steve, coming at you once again on the hot seat, man. How y'all doing out there?
It's going down.
All right.
You ready?
What's up, Big Zach?
Exactly. Zach be having a long day, man.
I know, man. Boy, I swear he worked 12-hour gig.
You ready?
Y'all ready, man?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, America, man? It's your boy. We live once again on the hot seat, man. It's your boy, Successful Educator, a.k.a. Sensei, a.k.a. man, just Mr. Do It All in our industry, man. What's up? I got my man Circular in the studio with me today. And I got a special guest in the studio today, Mr. What's your mic name? What would you like to be called by? What's your handle? For those of you who don't know, man, this is my son, Zach. We'll be hanging out with him today in the studio. We can keep him awake. So that's Big Zach, man. Big Zach hanging out with us in the studio today. Welcome to the hot seat, man. As always, you know, we want to have a fun time, man, a good informative hour. I got a dynamite show, man. I got a topic that was given to me by my co-host. What's up to my girl, Miss Sam, man? She won't be with us this week. She's traveling. She'll be back with us on next week. So let's give her, keep her in our thoughts and prayers that she may have traveling grace and return home safely.
That's what's up.
So what's up, Mama? We'll catch you next week. But she actually came to me with a topic that I want to discuss on tonight. And that is, and before I get into it, we'll do shop talk. But the topic I want to get into is a very interesting one. And I'm going to call it, Are the Asians Taking Over Our Industry?
And I ain't in your industry.
Hey, man, the beauty supplies.
Listen, we need DJ Supply up for this.
No, actually, we don't. Because he's going to be,
you're right.
Get a little too.
You're right.
And actually, I get it, though. I feel him on it.
Exactly.
I really understand his passion and how he feels. But see, DJ Supply is a minority in a business that we keep alive. You know, the black dollar keeps the beauty industry alive. People don't realize that. Well, I mean, the white dollar does too, don't get me wrong, because all ethnicities spend on beauty. But the black beauty industry has been overtaken. It has been infiltrated. It has been swept underneath, right off from underneath our feet by the Asian. Why do I say this? And how can I make that comment? Well, before last month, I kind of knew this problem existed in our industry. And so many of the women that are consumers of the stylish, they're now taking to social media and YouTube and all these different sites and picking up techniques on how to service themselves. And here's what I say about that as an educator. You're going to pick up some useful knowledge, but a lot of the people that are on social media and YouTube are not properly trained themselves. So they can't properly train you. So just, I say to you, know what you're watching, know who you're taking advice from. But I did something on last month myself. And I was doing some merchandising work on last month. And it turned out to be a study for me that leads me to this exact same topic. I was thinking about it too. And here's what I had to do on last month. On last month, I had to go to 20 independently owned beauty supply houses. 20. I had to go to 20 independently owned beauty supply. I'll say that again.
Yeah, how did that work? Yeah, but I'm waiting how did the results.
Guess how many were black owned and how many were owned by Asians. Now know this. Each one that I visited was in an African American community.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I want to say, I'm a guess. Out of 23, the black
2.
That's close.
10%, man. 90% of our beauty supplies were owned of the realm that I went to by Asians that are not even in our industry. Now, here's what they do. Here's what I noticed they do. The Asians own them, but they hire black women to work in them. So when you walk in, yeah, you see a black face. But only 2 of those beauty supplies were owned. There's one on Highway 6 in Bissonnette. Highway 6 in Bissonnette, if I'm not mistaken. There was a young lady. And there's one, of course, Boucher's. That was one of the ones I visited, the West Town location. But I mainly stayed out in A-Leaf type area, between A-Leaf and Mission Bend, which we know is, our areas. And 10% black owned, 90% Asians. So, what do we have to do to get us to support us? And the hardest part about knowing that is the stuff that, and because I know these owners, I know one of the owners. I don't know the other young lady I met randomly just going into her store. And how do we get us to support us? That's the question I pose to you this evening. How do we get our black dollar back into our black community? And how do we get, I don't like to put too much emphasis on race. I'm out for anybody being successful. But being in the hair industry, I understand. I care about our industry as well as the product it puts out. And I think the bigger problem I have is not that they're Asian, but the fact that they care nothing about our industry or our community. It's the same problem with the convenience stores. We see the convenience stores. Where are these convenience stores located? They're not Americans, are they?
Nope.
And what communities are they in? What dollar is constantly keeping them afloat? And how do they treat us when we come in their establishments? So it's the same issue.
Exactly. So to answer your question, first it comes knowledge and awareness. Okay, that's number one. They're killing us, like DJ Supply say, on buying power. Because they can buy, they just like Walmart. This is how Walmart operate. Okay, so they can buy in bulk. They can go to whoever sell it. I don't know the Oyster. Just say Oyster with the Clippers. They can go to Oyster and buy 1,000 units for $10 a piece. When you just got one person, I only maybe can buy 10 of them. Okay, so I'm gonna pay $100 a piece. Just say it ain't, but you know what I'm saying. So now when you go to all these agents, they're not even be owned by the same place. They just group economics. We have to start practicing group economics. And like you said, they put that front on. They hire a black woman to go in there. So you thinking, oh, the black people own this? No, they don't. So that way we need to know. And two, we don't. Okay, if like you said, if it's only 10%, really, do you have a choice but to go to them? Unless you go, people, times are hard. I got the waste gap. People want convenience. So just because, they Asian, they cheaper. They Asian, they cheaper, and they right around the corner. I mean, not the Asian, but they're cheaper. They're right around the corner. Convenience. Yeah. So how do you beat that?
Like I said, I don't want to put the emphasis on the race, but the bigger issue, like I say, is that they can't look at the products. Okay, so if they're in our community and they're giving you quality product and quality service, I can't knock them. But there's one time, what, I'm going to have to get the information of this gentleman, put a post out. He goes around to these same beauty salons, and he looks at the data and products that are on that shit. The products that they're selling in our community. And he actually I'm going to have to find that footage and share it on the site. Where he's talking to one of them, and he's telling me he don't care nothing about it. He just doesn't make his money. And sadly, that's what we have to deal with.
So, like you said, we have to know where that shop is.
Now, what I really want to see happen is I want to see my stylist step up.
I was just about to touch on that.
I want to see my stylist step up and bring that game up to a new level. And make that client look forward to visiting them. That's what I want to see happen. That's how we get it back. Because once that customer is confident in me, that customer's confident in the advice that I give them. Now I can lead them to where I know that the integrity of their hair is cared about, and they're going to doing business with individuals that are going to that actually care about, you know, what they're doing for you, you know, the products and for like you can't go into the agencies and get advice, real advice about, you know, I put this color on my hair and now it's super porous, it's extremely dry, I can't keep it moist. What do I need to do to equalize my porosity? You can't go to the agencies and get that kind of advice. You see.
My question to you is, and this is something because y'all don't think I'll be listening to y'all, but I listen to y'all. Now, what I think that could help is what you touched on is becoming a one-stop shop for the stylists. You feel what I'm saying?
Step the game up.
I
think the stylists and the barbers were the ones who lost our industry.
So exactly. So now, if y'all pull together, just in your shop,
want to do it.
In your shop, and say, look,
you gotta want to do it.
We're gonna get this product. We're gonna get this product or whatever. We're gonna push this product. Let's pool our resources together, buy it in bulk. That way, like you say, you got this sponge. No, I have it right here. You ain't got to go. Now we couldn't.
Retail.
Exactly.
It's about retailing it, and not enough stylists and barbers do it. Not enough stylists and barbers actually retail to their clients. Not enough stylists and barbers even care about the products that they're using on their clients or educate themselves well enough to be able to advise those clients on, you know, the type of products they should use on their hair, and where to get those products. Because a lot of the professional products, they go to the agents or to the beauty suppliers because you can't find those products in the grocery store. You can't find those products in Walgreens. You have to go to the mom and pops for a lot of the smaller independent lines that are out there. And you know, my knowledge of products too, for the consumer doesn't know what the consumer doesn't know, and this is the high seat. I don't mind giving it to you because I don't have a product line out, so I'm not competing against anybody. Product, a lot of times, is simply private labeling. What do I mean by that? Private labeling is when I have a curl activator product. This is T-Bone's curl activator. It does it all. It has a beautiful purple bottle with all of my ingredients and labeling and pretty picture of the hair and all of that. And organic and whatever you want to say about it. It costs $12 a bottle. All right?
All right. Same stuff.
This here is J-Bone's moisturizer, and it's got a blue label, and it doesn't have as much pretty pictures, and it costs $4.99. But if you read the ingredients, guess what?
Same thing.
You've got the same product that's been developed in the lab that charged T-Bone to put his label on his, and charge J-Bone to put his label on his. So you got T-Bone and J-Bone, two different labels, two different prices.
Same thing.
One product. So,
different diet.
and see, consumers don't realize that. Consumers think because they're buying a different product, they're buying a different product.
On the consumer side, I'm gonna have to say this: we have to take responsibility too, because you got to start. How about turning the label over and reading?
No,
hold up. It's the same.
Look at your active ingredients.
Yeah, this is the
it's
same.
all in your ingredients. Your ingredients tell you what you're buying. You know, just like label when you're reading for your food. The ingredients tell you exactly. Read the label, it tells you. It's like a lot of people don't realize. Texturizers and relaxers are one and the same. A texturizer is simply a mild relaxer. That's why when you over-process, when you leave that S-curl, you leave that S-curl or that Duke on longer than the recommended time, or the fact that you have fine hair that's porous, and it doesn't take long to activate. And so now you've left the product in a couple minutes too long. Now you got a relaxer. You've got straight hair when you should have just simply had a relaxed curl or wavy pattern. You put a relaxer in your hair unknowingly. But that's what we do. We don't understand, and our stylists and our barbers, I think we're the ones that bear the real responsibility of letting the consumers know. Because if I want this to translate into dollars for me, into confidence in me and my work, and into a community uprising that's going to support me in what I'm saying, well then I need to know what I'm saying. You know, we can say all day long, take our industry back. Well, what are we taking it for? What are we going to do
What's
with
your
it
plan?
when we get it? Exactly, because we lost it. So we got to understand, we are the ones that lost our industry. Me, I have not been this active in the industry at any point in my career as I am now. So I was part of the responsibility of losing our industry as well, because I've been in it for 20 years. And I can remember when I first came into our industry, it was not as many agents. It was not, as many people. Social media, of course, wasn't what it is today. And I don't know, man. That's why I educate to try to get the stylists and the barbers to be accountable for what they bring into our industry, so that, I can at least say for my part, I was an asset to the industry. I was a positive, and I brought something good into it. So people, we're gonna take a break here for a minute, and we'll be right back with you on the hot seat.
Star Radio.
Exactly what to do, man.
3 minutes.
What's up, man? I'm gonna change gears when we come back, man. I'm gonna change gears when we come back. I actually, man.
That's, man. But see, YouTube is hurting everybody. Mechanics. I mean, anybody that does any business, everybody got to do it yourself. That DIY, you know what I'm saying? So what people got to understand is now it's all hinging on your service and ambiance. Because why you think these restaurants can charge $60 for a steak, and you can go buy that same steak at a meat market for $10?
You can't cook it like that. People.
Yeah, you can, but you're not gonna get that environment that you get, the ambiance. That's what we're paying for, the ambiance. Basically, you're just paying to be in this nice environment with these candles. That's basically what you're paying for. So when you provide a service, like your father, you have to use the good. Now I'm giving you salon style products. Now you know what I'm saying. I'm using these type of things. I'm giving you these type of tips to help you while you. So it's all about. I have like you said. What's my reason for coming to you when I can get the same information on YouTube? Yeah. My reason for coming to you is because I can't get the information or the professional tips, or I can't get that product that you use that make me, feel good when I leave out of there. That's the difference, and people not understanding that.
Music on the radio station.
Mm-hmm. I play music when we ain't on there. We play music. Words of concern. So right now we on break. I'm playing music, and we got a minute, and we'll come back. And then after the show, music will kick back in. That music play when we ain't on. It's music playing. But yeah, that just people gotta realize, man. Why do you go to a mechanic? Because they do good service, and he gonna give you a reason. I mean, this is with anything. That group economics, once we master that, then that's gonna be the key to our salvation. Everybody else do ride down 80, ride down Bel Air. See, don't the age when you got signs that's in Korean, that's called group economics. They were doing that before I left. I know, I gotta look. I gotta get the information on that to the app.
I'll start putting a link in my YouTube channel. Like advertising.
Yes, I'm gonna say on a YouTube, I think it's like for Star Radio station, like 23 or something like that. Let me share this shit. And we back.
Live?
Yep.
What's up, my people? We back live on the hot seat, man. We got your boy caught up in the moment. I want to introduce a new segment I like to call Sports Spotlight. All right, so each week I want to spotlight a shop or salon that has caught my interest. And this week, the particular salon that caught my interest is called Hammers and Nails Grooming for Guys. It's Hollywood. All right. Now the reason why this salon is interesting to me is because I actually have the idea of, concept, maybe do something like this one day moving forward. I just hadn't decided whether or not I want to step in the owner's box again. It's so much easier to maintain a small space without having to deal with employees. I've done the shop owner, and it's not, believe me, for all you aspiring shop owners out there, it's my advice to you. If you cannot manage a chair, don't try to manage a shop, man. You gotta deal with a lot. All right, so Hammers and Nails, grooming for guys. All right, hand and foot grooming, relaxed cave nirvana. Now this is just hand and foot grooming. I would like a full service haberdashery myself that gives you all amenities, massage, manicures, pedicures, as well as cuts. You can spend a day in there just like you do in any other high-end spa salon. Well, oversized leather chairs, personal TVs and personal remotes, high-end headphones, premium channels, complimentary beverages. All right.
I'll be honest.
Imagine a haven where one's most difficult decision hinges on which channel to watch or beverage to sip. The vibe is a luxurious one comprised of soft leather, dark wood, and steel. There's no fight for the remote and no shortage of relaxation. This is the Hammer and Nails, the brainchild of Hollywood screenwriter and entrepreneur Michael Elliott, who felt out of place and uncomfortable in traditional female-centric nail salons. Knowing full well that he wasn't alone in his thinking, Elliott envisioned a decidedly more male-centric environment for hand and foot grooming, albeit gender neutral, a man cave, if you will, complete with all the countermeasures of comfort and luxury. Oversized leather chairs, dark wood and low lighting that would offer solace at any time of day. Personal 32-inch flat screen television positioned above each chair. Each client would have their own remote and set of headphones. There will not be any manicure tables or pedicure sport chairs. Hammers and Nails would look and feel like a nail salon. Would not look or feel like a nail salon. His focus would be on wellness. Clients would leave this unique hand and foot grooming shop with more than just well-groomed hands and feet. They would leave with healthy hands and feet. No longer a vision, Hammers and Nails is located on iconic Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, with other locations throughout the country and the world in its works. We invite you to visit Hammers and Nails today and experience our unique brand of service and unparalleled man cave environment. So my spotlight this week is on Hammers and Nails, and I shout out to the brother who put it together, Michael Elliott. I mean, that's a great idea. He's actually right. He's not alone in his thinking. I like to get medicated myself sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't
once in a while.
to nail shop.
Exactly.
So I would go to Hammers and Nails. I would spend my money. What about you, Big Sam? You go to the crowd. Like, what's up? Would you go to an establishment like that? No. All right, you're entitled to. Well, you're not getting manicures and pedicures. Once you do it,
I would go to a spot like that because with the turn off, again, it's like exactly what you said.
I saw an article on it too. You can also get you a shot of whiskey while you're in there.
See, there you go.
So it didn't tell you everything in that article.
But see, when you go into a nail shop, even if I take my lady, I'll sit outside.
It's not the same.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not our vibe.
You know what I'm saying? So first of all, the chemicals hit you when you get in there. And then...
Well, I mean, you're going to have the same chemicals because it's the same service.
But
proper ventilation is the key to that.
Yeah.
Those places, they should have proper hood ventilation to get that out of there. If you go into a nail salon, yeah, you're going to smell acrylic, you're going to smell the polish, but if it's overbearing, where it takes them over, then their ventilation is inferior. They should have proper ventilation will prevent that.
Right.
So I own a nail salon, and like I said, I like that. I love that idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Me personally, I'd like something like that, but that serves every area of men's woman, not just the nails, not just the mani-pedi. We want the haircut, the facial, the body massage, the whole nine.
So you just want a male spa.
A male spa, that's right. It's just a thought. It's
Yeah, but
it's something. It's a move that I can see myself making possible.
But my thing is, why not? You know what I mean? Especially for us, because that's about the close we're gonna get to a country club anyway. You know what I'm saying?
You'd be surprised the demand for it.
Yeah.
And the shop I work in right now, where it's located, would be prime for that type of establishment. But the majority of the barbers in our industry, it's a big problem in our industry. They don't admit it. They shy away from the extra services because know that as professional barbers, we can perform those services now. A professional barber can perform a facial. A professional barber can perform a manicure. A professional barber can perform a pedicure. A professional barber can, we can do all these services that stylists do. Because nail tech falls under the barber and stylist umbrella. Manicure, chapter 20 in the textbook. Your license say you can perform it. So, but not the majority of barbers only want to focus on cutting hair. And most of them live in a box of cutting one type of hair. Your blacks cut black men hair, your whites cut white men hair. Your Hispanics now they dabble around the board.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I see the Hispanics really taking this barber industry serious and making some headway, making some moves, doing some things. There's some Hispanics, some popular ones, and not just the internet or the social media superstars. I know personally some guys, they just have a different honor. My own students that I had 2 Hispanic students that drove to Houston from Austin to go to school. That's how much they wanted it, because the only school that they had in Austin had a year-long waiting list. And so they figured I can be done with school.
By the time I get out the way.
And they drove to Houston from Austin.
That's respect. You gotta respect that.
I love them. Shout out to my man Reese. Shout out to my man Adrian Benitez. Boy, I love them. Good guys, good men. Just had a hunger to really want to do what they're doing. And you gotta love this industry. If you love what you do, it's not work. See, I've been able to maintain in this industry because I just love it so much. 20 years have passed by in the blink of an eye because, I don't think about a career change. I think about career evolution.
Yeah.
I think I'm open for evolving to the next level in my career. It's what has happened throughout my career, and doors open all the time. But I couldn't see myself outside of the hair industry. Maybe yes, doing projects outside of this, but the industry is my foundation. It's where my knowledge lies. It's what I know. And I know that with the knowledge that I've been given, I believe that God bless you to bless others. Your gifts are given to you for you to share with the world. My gift is not only cutting hair, but the ability to convey the information to you that it takes for you to effectively be able to do it. See, I can teach anybody, any part of this industry that's willing to sit down and give themselves the patience and time to listen and interpret what I'm saying to them. I can prepare anybody for a written exam, a state written exam. I don't care what your level of literacy is. If you are illiterate, if I spend enough time with you, I can prepare you for the state exam. I can teach you what you need to know to be a licensed barber. I feel like I'm getting that. My passing rate in an 8-year stretch. I educated primarily only no cutting for 8 years, and I have a passing rate of over 90%. So I had some guys that got there and didn't make the bar, but I'm not going to take the blame for that because I didn't put any less energy into those students than I put into the other ones.
You can't have 100. You can't.
Actually, you could if 100% of the students that you were teaching wanted to learn. I'm going to go out on a limb and say a lot of people go to school but don't really want to learn. There are a lot of people that do that. There are a lot of people that are in school for the wrong reason. Exactly. That they're confused and where they want to be in life and really just don't know what they want. Man, I had students, grown men, in school because they still live with their mama and they had to do something. He didn't want to be in school, but he couldn't sit at home all day. What can I teach him? He's 25. He's 25 now, but he act like he's still in high school. He come to school to show off his new jeans or his new shoes or his new outfit, to look at the girls, to be the class clown. Yeah, you have adults acting like this in adult institutions, and you know, yeah, it may sound crazy. Do you remember the show Houston Beauty?
Yeah, I didn't watch
reality
it.
Show based on the beauty school, Franklin Beauty School. Now, shout out to my girl, Miss Jimson. They call her Mama J on the show. Miss Jimson, she finally retired from TDLR. That was her last year working on the review committee. They gave her the big farewell last year. So I love Miss J. Don't get me wrong. I would never ever. I have not one bad thing at all to say about Miss J or the Franklin Institution. I do understand what they're faced with in the type of student that comes into the establishment and the difficulty of being operational day in and day out and staying operational, making money, because the bottom line really is the bottom line. And so a lot of schools have to compromise. Well, they don't have to, it's a choice, in my opinion. It's a choice to compromise the integrity of what you're doing day in and day out for the sake of making you money. And I brought it up because have you ever watched an episode? I don't have my laptop tonight. I would pull up an old episode if it's still on. I'm pretty sure they still got them out there somewhere. As an educator, I used to make a joke at my own school where I worked at, not my school, but the school I worked in. I say, we should get a reality TV show. Before there was ever a Franklin. I say, but here's the crazy part about it. I say, if we got this reality show, people going to believe we paying these people to act.
Like this.
They're not going to believe what's actually going on in this school or in schools like this. If you watch an episode of Houston Beauty, because it's the one thing that I constantly heard people say about that show is, that's not real. Them people don't act like that. They paying them to do all that, to say all that. Well, guess what? Take it from me, an insider who have worked in the beauty and barber school. Those were not actors.
That's real.
Those students really come to school and act like that. And you're supposed to try to prepare them for an exam. I think the biggest enemy of most of them is themselves. They just don't realize it. The battles we want to lose first in our mind. If I tell myself I don't have a choice, then I don't have a choice. If I tell myself it's hopeless, I can't do something, well then it's hopeless and I can't do it. If I constantly speak into existence what I can't do, I'll never be able to do it. And so many of these students come into these establishments already with a negative mindset that I'm here because I have to be here, but I can't be here, so I don't want to do it for whatever reason. And you've already lost when that's your mindset. We've got to adapt a positive mindset. We have a generation of young people, 20s,
The millennials.
that are negative thinking, that are excuse makers. And I say that because I worked with them, and the majority of them, that's what they were. The boys, the men, are pampered little sissies who mama still probably make they play. I had a grown man come into my classroom one day, 25 years old. One of my students asked his mama. I would have never guessed he was 25. Because every time I would try to speak to the young man or ask him a question, his mama would answer. And he was 25 at the school taking a tour to be a student. 25. Wouldn't open his mouth. Turned out to be a very bright young man once I got to know him. Very bright, good, very good, mannerable young man, but a victim of that generation whose dads were taken from him. That whole generation lost their dads. I don't think young black men realize they're incarcerated. There are a whole generation of dads that are locked up, and so these mamas are dead. These mamas are now having to raise these men with no male supervision. And then when they get a man, they so protective of these boys that, and I don't get that from the female, not to change the subject, but if you trust a man to give you advice, why don't you trust him to give you advice to your son or to you about your son? Why would you not listen to him? If you feel enough about this man to live with him, if not marry him, why not trust him enough that he's going to give you good advice when it comes to your son who's going to one day be a man?
Because
something you as a woman know nothing about. That's your baby problem. That's your baby problem.
And that's why he's here with 25. That's why he's in the house with you.
You know, all my boys, I told them, Zach being a young boy, we get it, man. We got to take another break. We're going to pay some bills, people. We'll be back with y'all in a couple of minutes, man. Hold that thought, and we'll talk a little bit more about the young black man when we come back here on the Hot Seat, Star Radio.
Oh, 4 weeks. You ride it out after this. That's.
What year were you born?
I was born in 1980. I'm 80s, baby.
Like, which year though?
1980.
80?
The year.
Year 80? Oh, because I remember there was one article that you said, because you said the millennials. I was like, in 1981, that's when the millennials started. Like, that's when that started. A lot of people don't know that. So I thought you was like maybe born in 1981. Like, you're millennial too.
No, not millennials. I won't say that article is full of crap because millennials was like 85. You know what I'm saying? We was Generation X.
It's like these cats. These mamas making them soft.
Yeah, man, I'm going through that at the house. I'm just moved down there, man, my lady. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
so you know, I mean, I know. I'm here. Yeah. I listen.
I mean, but it's like.
Well, I got stepkids too.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling him, I'm asking him to do, look, I don't like no eating in the house.
Oh, around, you mean all around?
Yeah. Kids, nah, but get to the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, when bugs and all this and everything, you're going to be looking crazy. Nah, sit to the table. Then, a little boy, man, you know, that's your job. Take out the trash.
Yeah. I mean, just some stuff just unwritten.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that trash getting full. I still want to put something in. Then it don't get took out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to take it out this morning. I told him, look, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna be taking out no trash. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna be doing. It's not
How old is it?
You say 11 or 12.
Okay, now I say this. Up until 13 with a boy, on issues like that, you're going to have that. Because their mind just not doing it. It snaps. But you got to enforce it, though. It takes that thing of reinforcement to get it.
What I'm saying, it ain't.
Yeah, so you've been protected for his action.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I say
it's not being reinforced.
It's an excuse. And it's, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm going to get to a point where I go off. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we're in an apartment, bro. It's a house. You got to take it from the garage, from the kitchen to the garage, roll it down the driveway. You feel what I'm saying? But you don't understand. I'm trying to teach this boy some kind of work, some kind of responsibility. Because I'm seeing, as a man, I'm seeing down the line, this boy gonna be 18.
Are you seeing that?
Because I've been through that.
I'm
36.
I'm saying I'm closer to 13 than y'all. So
you 16.
You 6. But no, what I'm saying
is it's not child.
Yes. So that's how I know.
It's not child as children. It's not child as the kids. It's the parents. I can't blame y'all. It's the parent that's not instilling the same discipline and work ethic that we got instilled into y'all.
It's just like a whole different.
Because what he say, these mamas.
Yeah, we gonna let you said you got something to say that we should let you weigh in.
Yeah, for the young generation.
Let you weigh in.
Got a minute left. yeah. But I don't blame y'all. It's not y'all. It's we the adults. We the ones supposed to be setting y'all up to be it. We raising adults. We raising y'all to be adults.
And you, so you're saying that at 16 now, do you have to be told to clean your room, or do you make sure that it stays clean?
I always clean it up but my mom different. But I always keep it clean to how I see fit. And that might not be right to my mom, or
So you just answered the question.
but I keep it clean the way I see fit. I know some where I like.
Well, you see
then I change it.
5.
What's up, man? We back on the hot seat, boy. We having a very interesting conversation.
Oh man, I'll tell you.
Man.
Watch that YouTube channel.
On YouTube. You heard us. And Big Zach woke up over here weighed in on this topic because, of course, we're talking about young men. And I don't know how we got off topic. But anyway, at any rate.
Man, you saying these boys, right? You talking about the 25-year-old that was the mama asking all the questions.
Okay, all right. Now, this the hot seat, nothing to do with hair. But I think an interesting topic.
Yeah.
I
got to go live on this.
You've been in my shoes. I've been in your shoes. Let me put it that way. We've all, for those of you who dealt with stepchildren, because it's not the same, in my opinion, as dealing with your own child.
True.
For some reason, and that's how we got to that point, because most of the dads are either missing in prison or gone. Very few men still out here. And so we have all these women that are stuck trying to raise these men. And so when a new man comes into their life, excuse me, why don't you trust them to instill values into your son? And when they try to instill or teach a certain work ethic through their methods as a man, you as the mom then turn around and protect them from the man for whatever reason, but you let him sleep in your bed every night. It just doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to trust this man, trust him wholeheartedly in your life as well as your child's life. If not, get him out of your life. Now, saying that, I also have dealt with stepchildren who are adults now. So my wife and I, we've dealt with what you're saying. My youngest, 16, Brother Zachary right here, he's the last of the Mohicans. He lives with his mom primarily, so he doesn't spend, he spends most of the time at his mom's house. So I'm sure this is something that he deals with his stepdad and his mom. But now I know his mom, and she kind of, I'm not going to call her crazy because that's his mama. But I will say that, she's okay with putting your foot down with him.
Right.
And I've watched her, I applaud her, I do it all the time. I commend her for being a great mother to my son. I'm thankful for the mother that she is to him. But he didn't get it as hard as his two older brothers did for me. Now, these are my sons. So, unlike a stepchild situation, let me go and put this, when it comes to my seed, I have zero understanding. There's nothing that you can tell me. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to handle them the way that I see fit to handle them as my sons, because it's my responsibility to make sure that this young man knows the value of being a good, righteous man. And I try my best to instill all that in him with the limited time that we do spend together. And for you dads and myself as well, it's easy to get consumed and caught up in your daily lives and then neglect your responsibility as a parent. I know I haven't been perfect as a parent. I know I haven't. But what has been perfect is my effort as a parent. There's never one time that I've been absent or out of touch or out of reach. Now, I can't say it's been some times I've been fun deficient in my life.
And that ain't no.
And see,
nothing wrong with
that's
that,
the beauty of our relationship too, though. It's not mentioning money. it's measured in time and value. You know, it's measured in what we instill in this young man. So that's a great thing. Now, don't get me wrong, his mama still want her chips.
Oh yeah, they still want them. Yeah.
But it does not dominate what we share with him and the responsibility of making sure that he's raised right and that he has the core value and the advantages that when it's time. Because what's the biggest thing, Zachary, for you as a young man growing into adulthood? What is the biggest thing that I think me and your mother usually try to hit on, what you'll try to get you to understand that's coming for Zach? Do you understand the question? What do you have to do moving forward
to be successful? Basically saying that what is expected of you by your parents for you to be successful in their eyes?
Well, know this. In my eyes, success is simple. I can describe success in one word: independence.
Right.
I just simply want you to become independent of the world. I want you to become self-sufficient. I want you to be able to take care of Zachary. That's the main thing I instill in him. I don't try to tell him how to do that. I don't tell him you need to be a doctor, you need to be a lawyer, you need to be this, I don't do that. I didn't do that with any of my children. I'm not gonna start with him. The choice of what you do with your life is yours. It's not for me to make for you, because I'm not the one who has to look at you in the mirror. You are. So there's no wrong choice in what you do in life. If you want to work at Burger King, a lot of people look down on fast food, but somebody got to do it. Right. And Burger King make you independent, self-sufficient, where you don't have to reach out to the world and ask anybody for anything. More power to you. In my book, you are success. So
food manager make about
$400,000. Now they sacrifice time for that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go work at Burger King. I'm not saying that's a good high school job. Yeah. That's not a good real life job, in my opinion. No knock on it. I mean, you may work there and become an owner one day. So your journey is yours to make. So I'm not trying to tell you what path to take. All I'm simply saying to you is figure out what you want to do to take care of you. The millennials all want to be rappers. Every millennial, 90%. We're gonna jump to the 90% number. 90% of the millennials want to be rappers. That's a lie.
That's a lot.
That's a lie. How many? That's a lie. Okay, so let me ask you, young man, to bring you into the conversation. How many of your friends, and you are, tell people about yourself. Take a minute to tell people about you. Tell the listeners who you are, your name, your age, what you do. Talk to them. You got your hot time.
I'm Zach, and I'm 16, and I go to school.
What high school you go to?
I go to Stafford.
Go to Stafford High School. Okay, what grade cycle are we in? Have we gotten the first report cards yet? We did. We've gotten the first report card. Friday. You just got them this past Friday. Okay, and on your report card was, because this news to me, I see, I see them too. This Friday, I haven't saw them. Today, the first day I saw you. Oh, you got mail to the house.
I haven't seen it. I didn't even get my progress report. Like the whole mailing system is just. So Stafford is tricky. They slipped. My friends didn't even get their report cards. But I know the grading cycle ended Friday.
Okay, so the report cards
probably not having sent them out.
Okay. Do you know what you're gonna have on your report card? Because I know your teachers tell you grade before they come out.
No, you got to ask. I don't know what it is from last year to this year.
No. This grading cycle. Do you know what you have on your report card?
Oh, no, not everything. I'm pretty sure. Me as the student, I know what I got like in the basis. I could put my grade in the bubble with numbers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So let me hit a bubble. What bubble are we in?
We in high 80s and 90s.
So you saying that's not gonna be a number on your card lower than a high 80?
Not what I'm predicting.
Okay.
I mean,
all right, I can rock with that. I go with that. I never demanded A's, B's, and C's. All I demand is effort. I've been, your whole life. Some classes are gonna be more difficult than others. but give me genuine effort. Really try. Don't not try and then come on with a CFD and you didn't try. Now I have a problem with that. But if I know that you gave your all in that class and for some reason it was difficult, then I'm more understanding. But I also know that if you put that work in, that's gonna come up. So you can't bring me those low numbers and tell me you working hard. Plus the fact that I know you're a brain, son. I've been doing it for a little while, so I know what you're capable of when you put it to work. So I'm thankful for that. Not to be too braggadocious on my young man here, but I know that you're AB on a roll student when you put your mind to it. And I made a deal with Mr. Zach. I don't think it was too motivating for him though, because he talked. Are you sure you A's and B's, right? You remember the deal we made when the school year started?
He said all A's for a car.
I said all A's for a car.
He said all A's.
I did.
No,
you blew it.
I've been
So
trying.
you blew it. You blew it in the first cycle.
I'm gonna own the fact that I blew it because it just didn't. I mean, it didn't happen that way. It don't matter how much I wanted for it to happen that way. It didn't happen that way.
All right. Well, we're junior high school this year. We got one more year of high school after this year. So we're gonna try our best to make it memorable. All right. So to weigh in on our young men and their responsibilities around the house, that's what we're talking about. And by us having a young man in the studio, we let him weigh in on what goes on in the mind of that young man and why he doesn't always do his chores around the house like he's supposed to. What may be going through his head? Why do you think it is that you always have to be told, hey, take the trash out, hey, pick your shoes up, they don't belong here in the hall? Why is it that,
Well, I mean, I can't, with me being me, just me sitting right here, I can't speak for everybody.
Speak from your perspective.
Yeah, I can only speak from what I know, and what I know is what I do. So, I mean, if you gotta be told to, do something every now and then at the house, I don't know how I can really speak. Like, I don't really know how to.
You feel like that's okay?
I don't know.
Is that what you're getting at? You feel like it's okay if I don't have to tell you all the time, if I don't have to tell you sometimes?
That's the thing. It's just me in my head. I don't have to be told, but that's just going for me. I don't even want to speak on it because I can't speak for everybody.
No, don't just act like you. Don't just act like you've been on your game all these years. Now, come on now. Come on now. You just tied it up. I'm listening.
I can speak for me, and for me, it's just been like I do it, and I do it for so long, and yeah, you slip up every now and then. Who doesn't? But if I do it, and then I don't know, for some reason I can't keep being told the same thing because that doesn't make me remember to do what somebody told me to do more. I don't know how to explain it. Some people, it's like you have to keep telling me to do it so I can get it. But that's just not how I work.
Okay, so how do you work? I mean, how is it that you, like, for example, I know your mother told me for the first time a couple weeks ago that you began to show initiative. So see this miraculous you that does everything without having to be told. Like, you just started this at 16.
Mature.
You just started this at 16. After conversations of, and I get it. So it's good. I'm proud of him for that because his mother did acknowledge that, he's starting to pick up in that area where, she'll come home and he's washed the dishes without having to be asked to do it. Okay? And not just his dish. I don't get that, kids. When you're clean the kitchen, don't just wash your dish.
Because I didn't just cook me some food.
Thank you. I don't get that. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I remember now. We had an interesting off-air conversation that we didn't go much into on the air. And maybe we'll make that a topic next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Maybe we'll make that a topic next week because that is very interesting. And that is how to deal with stepchildren. Yeah. I know this is the high season. Y'all don't hear about half, but I told you about half. We're talking about
Life.
There you go. We're here to enrich you in all areas of your life. All right.
That's
You can always hit me up on Success to Educator with any questions about hair. Success to Educator on Instagram. My page, Success to Educator on Facebook. Stephen Farrow on Facebook, man. Hit me up anytime. Any questions you may have, I'm always here for you. Any questions about state exam prep, any questions about licensing, any questions about state law, hit me up. I got you, man. That's what I'm here for. But this hot seat, man, I love it. We're going to have a ball with this hot seat. I feel big things coming on here at Style Radio, man. We're one big, great family, man. We've been rolling for a while now. I just want to take this moment to thank the people that are listening, to everybody that has anything to do with Style Radio. I mean, it's been an amazing journey. And I could just feel it, man. This year's been an awesome year for me, an amazing year. Almost out of time. Catch me, well, you can't catch me. Shout out to the Ogle School. My girl Angel, man, she invited me out to a class. I'll be at Ogle this Thursday morning, 9 a.m. How to Ace the Haircut, new presentation I've been working on. How to Ace the Haircut. I'm gonna debut it at the Ogle School this Thursday morning, man. So I'm excited about that. Man, just so much going on. What's the time?
7:59.
You got something you want to say there? Grab something. Well, say it. You get it in. Get it in. Our young understudy.
I was just gonna say, watch out for the
Watch out for the clown. Hey, you scared of clowns, son?
No. I just got hip to this clown,
Man, a 14-year-old kid was arrested for the clown pranks today. A 14-year-old, I want to say HISD student, it's been on the news all evening. A 14-year-old student has been arrested for the clown pranks. I don't know if he's behind all of the clown pranks that we're seeing.
Yeah,
it's been over the nation. So
it ain't just. Yeah, it ain't.
So
this guy can't be all over the nation.
Okay. So this is a trend that's picking up.
Yeah.
That people want to dress up like clowns and go scare people.
I guess.
Look here, clown.
Hey.
I'm not gonna run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defy. I'm gonna stand my ground.
Yeah.
Because Texas is a stand your ground state. And you take that how you want to take it, clown.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I'm gonna stand my ground here in Texas. So you probably ought to stay up north, clown. Cause I'm not gonna play with you.
Hey.
But my son, watch out for clowns.
hey, and every aspect of the word, watch out for clowns.
Yeah.
However you want to look at that.
Right.
Literal clowns, all that there.
All right, man. So look, man. Enjoy the show. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. We'll be back with y'all next week. I'm definitely gonna put some thought in
that discussion.
That conversation.
Yeah, we ain't get into it, but
we did, man, because really that's a touching one, man. That one can hurt some feelings. That topic can hurt some feelings, man. That topic can do some stuff. But we'll break it out. We'll drag it out, man. And I'll bring my own experience into the room. Because like I say, man, my wife and I, we're the Brady Bunch. I got 3 sons. She got 3 daughters. We have no children together. So I've lived what you're living now for the past 15 years. Because we've been together for 15 years. He's 16. So we've been together 16 years because he was being a baby. He was a pup. It's been exactly 16 years now that my wife and I have been together. And over all that time, I've had to deal with the same issues that you're talking about. And it's difficult. It's difficult. It's a strain on the relationship. It makes the relationship between the adults harder to bear. It's a lot goes into that. We'll save some for next week. We'll definitely make that a topic.
Yeah, I think that needs to be touched on.
All right, so step parents, listen in, call in with your comments. We're going to make it a high show next week, y'all. Thanks to my man Big Zach for sitting in with us this week. Thanks to my man Sir Glad on the boards. This your boy Success to Educator, man. You on the house seat. We out.